There's a quiet illness spreading through people who look the strongest. They never complain, they never demand, they just keep giving, even when there's nothing left to give. They say things like, "It's fine, I'll manage," while their soul whispers, "I'm tired." But this isn't kindness anymore. It's emotional exhaustion disguised as virtue. Psychologists call it pathological altruism, when doing good becomes self-harm. You start thinking that your worth depends on how much pain you can endure for others. You forget that love is supposed to nourish, not drain. The symptoms often hide behind a smile. You feel guilty when you rest. You overthink before saying no. You replay conversations wondering if you did enough. You constantly attract people who take and take and take. And slowly, you begin to believe this is normal, that this is what good people do. But the truth is darker. Over-sacrifice rewires your brain. Your mind links pleasure with pleasing, safety with submission. It becomes an emotional addiction, a pattern built from fear of being unloved, and selfish people. They sense it. They feed on it. They see your empathy not as beauty, but as access. But here's the awakening moment. You are not weak because you care. You are exhausted because you were never cared for the same way. The healing starts when you understand that love without balance is bondage. You don't owe anyone your silence, your time, or your soul just to be accepted. You are not here to be drained. You are here to live. Have you noticed it? That quiet sorry that slips from your lips. Not because you did something wrong, but because you feel like a burden. It's not just a word. It's a confession of how much the world has made you shrink. You apologize for being tired, for needing time, for asking for help. You even apologize when someone else hurts you. This is not humility. It's conditioning. Somewhere in your past, someone taught you that love had rules. Be useful or be forgotten. Be quiet or be punished. Be perfect or be replaced. And so you learn to keep peace even when it kills your spirit. You learn to smile when you wanted to scream. You learn to disappear so others could shine. But here's the hidden cost. Every time you apologize for existing, you teach your mind that you don't deserve space. And people who only know how to take, they'll make sure you keep thinking that way. Selfish people don't need to shout to control you. They just let you drown in your own guilt. But psychology offers a key: self-validation. Every time you catch yourself apologizing for your needs, replace it with acknowledgement. Say, "I'm allowed to feel this." Say, "My presence doesn't need permission." You are not selfish for choosing yourself. You are simply remembering what healthy self-respect looks like. The cure isn't becoming heartless, it's becoming whole again. And that starts with the courage to stop saying sorry for being human. You think they care because they need you. You think it's love because they keep coming back. But what if they're not coming back for you, only for what you give? This is the mirror trap, a psychological illusion where empathy reflects manipulation. Selfish people are masters of emotional mirrors. They study your kindness, your fears, your boundaries. They learn what makes you feel seen, and they reflect it back just enough to keep you hooked. They'll say, "You're the only one who understands me." They'll open up, cry, show vulnerability, but only when they need your energy to recharge. And you, being compassionate, confuse dependence with bond. You think your love heals them. But the truth is, your care keeps them comfortable in their selfishness. This is not connection, it's consumption. They give you crumbs of affection to keep you hopeful. And you stay, thinking the next moment will be different. The trap ends when you realize that real love isn't one-sided therapy. You are not a mirror for someone else's emptiness. You are a person who deserves to be seen without being drained. Detach with grace, not anger. Because healing isn't revenge. It's reclaiming the parts of you that forgot what genuine connection feels like. And once you walk away, something magical happens. The same energy that used to keep others alive will finally start to heal you. Every time you say, "It's okay, I'll handle it," when you're breaking inside, your brain takes notes. It learns that your pain doesn't matter. It learns that silence equals safety. And over time, that becomes your emotional code. Here's the psychology behind it. When you constantly please others, Your brain releases dopamine whenever someone approves of you. That momentary thank you, or you're the best, hits you like a small dose of reward, but it's temporary, like emotional sugar. And when it fades, you crave more. Then comes cortisol, the stress hormone, flooding your body when you even think about saying no. You feel anxiety, fear of rejection, the phantom guilt that whispers, you'll lose them if you don't help. This chemical imbalance creates a loop of self-betrayal. You start living for validation, not peace, for recognition, not rest. And your nervous system becomes addicted to chaos disguised as care. But here's the truth. You are not broken. You're conditioned. The good news? The same brain that learned to betray you can learn to protect you. Start by rewiring small moments. Say no to one small favor today and survive the guilt. Give without over-explaining. Rest without apology. At first, your body will rebel. It'll feel unnatural, even wrong. But that's the withdrawal phase, your brain detoxing from people-pleasing. With time, you'll notice something powerful. Peace starts to feel more rewarding than approval. Calm replaces chaos, and for the first time you'll understand. You never needed their validation to feel worthy. You just needed your own permission. Healing isn't loud. It's the quiet decision to stop betraying yourself for temporary belonging. Not every wound bleeds. Some wounds smile at you, call you special, and then slowly drain your soul. There are people, emotionally parasitic ones, who survive by feeding on others' empathy. They don't come to love you. They come to use your light to fill their darkness. They appear charming, wounded, misunderstood. They make you believe that only you can fix them. But their pain isn't a bridge, it's bait. Here's what psychology calls it: narcissistic supply. They thrive on attention, admiration, and your endless forgiveness. And every time you console, rescue, or rationalize their behavior, you feed their hunger. The signs? You always feel emotionally tired after talking to them. They twist guilt into your weakness. You keep explaining your intentions while they never explain their actions. These people use empathy as camouflage. They study what makes you care and weaponize it. But there's a way out, and it's not through confrontation, it's through disconnection. You don't fight parasites, you stop feeding them, emotionally detach. Don't justify, don't defend, don't explain. Starve their control by reclaiming your peace. They'll call you cold. They'll guilt you. They'll try to reattach. But remember, you're not abandoning them, you're rescuing yourself. Because once you stop being their source, they'll go searching for another. And that's when you'll finally realize you were never too much. You were just surrounded by people who took too much. Healing begins when you stop confusing being needed with being valued. Every overgiver has a childhood story, a moment, maybe forgotten, maybe blurred, where love became conditional. Maybe it was when you learned that being quiet made you safer. Maybe it was when you noticed your parents only smiled when you were good, or when your needs were ignored. So you made yourself smaller to earn affection. That's where the sacrifice code was written. You didn't wake up one day deciding to give too much. You were trained to. You were taught that love equals performance. That peace equals obedience. That being selfless was the only way to be seen. Psychologists call it fawn response, a trauma pattern where you please others to avoid conflict or abandonment. It's not weakness, it's survival. But here's the cruel trick. That survival strategy followed you into adulthood. Now, when someone mistreats you, your instinct isn't to fight, it's to fix. You try to heal people who keep breaking you because deep down, you still believe love must be earned. But it's time to rewrite that code. You're not that scared child anymore. You no longer need to shrink for safety or overgive for approval. Start small. Ask for what you need. Say how you feel. Let silence exist without rushing to fill it with apology. Every time you choose honesty over fear, you reprogram your nervous system. You remind your inner child that love doesn't require sacrifice. It requires mutual respect. And one day, you'll look back and realize the people you kept trying to fix were just reflections of the love you were never given. But now, you're giving that love to yourself. That's not selfishness. That's freedom. There's a thin line between being kind and disappearing completely. And most people don't notice when they cross it, until they look in the mirror and realize they've become a shadow in their own life. It begins quietly. You do something nice, not because you want to, but because you fear disappointing someone. You say it's fine when it isn't. You laugh off disrespect because conflict feels heavier than pain. You call it kindness. But what it really is self-erasure. Psychologists describe this as empathic distortion. It's when your empathy becomes so strong it bends your identity. You start absorbing everyone else's emotions, their needs, their guilt, their storms, until you forget what your own peace feels like. The danger is that the world will praise you for it. They'll call you so understanding, so reliable, so good-hearted. They'll never see the exhaustion behind your smile, because society romanticizes sacrifice. It tells you that the best people give endlessly, but that's a lie, because the most genuine people know how to set limits. Here's the truth no one tells you. Boundaries don't make you less kind. They make your kindness real. When you give from emptiness, it breeds resentment. When you give from fullness, it creates connection. So, how do you stop disappearing? Start by noticing where your yes feels heavy. Ask yourself, am I doing this out of love or out of fear? If the answer is fear, pause. You are not selfish for saying no. You are simply respecting the version of you that's been ignored for far too long. Because real kindness starts with you. And when you stop erasing yourself to fit in others' stories, you finally begin writing your own. It hits you one day, not like thunder, but like a slow sunrise. You wake up and finally ask, why do I always have to fix everything? That question is the beginning of freedom. For years, you've carried the weight of other people's chaos, believing it's your job to make them happy, keep them calm, solve their storms. You thought if you loved them harder, they'd finally see your worth. But here's the truth. You were never the problem. Psychologists call this phase the awakening of self-worth. It's when the fog starts to lift, and you realize that not everyone deserves the version of you that saves. You begin to see patterns you once called love, the manipulation hidden inside apologies, the guilt disguised as concern, the way they made you feel responsible for their moods, and it hurts deeply. Because awakening isn't peaceful at first, it's chaotic. It means unlearning everything that once made you feel safe. You'll question yourself. Am I being cruel? Did I change? Maybe I'm overreacting. No, you're healing. The moment you stop trying to earn love, you start attracting peace. You stop chasing people who only show up when it's convenient. You start realizing that being difficult just means you finally have boundaries. This is not the end of your empathy. It's the rebirth of your strength. Remember this line. People who benefit from your silence will call your truth disrespect. Let them. Because awakening isn't about proving you're good, it's about remembering you already are. The hardest part about healing isn't walking away. It's staying soft after you do. When you've been used, drained, or manipulated, your first instinct is to build walls. You promise yourself, never again. But the truth is, those walls don't protect you. They just keep love out. The real power lies not in becoming colder, but clearer. Breaking free doesn't mean losing your empathy. It means learning to direct it wisely. It's emotional intelligence, not emotional armor. Here's how psychology describes it. Boundaried compassion. You can care deeply, but not endlessly. You can help others, but not at the cost of yourself. You can love and still walk away when it turns toxic. So, how do you practice it? 1. Name your limits. Write them down. What drains you? What restores you? Awareness builds controls. Observe, don't absorb. When someone unloads negativity, imagine a clear glass wall between you. You can see their pain without drowning in it. Respond, don't react. Selfish people feed off your emotional reactions. Calm detachment disarms manipulation faster than anger ever will. Heal, don't harden. It's tempting to become ruthless, but cruelty isn't strength. Peace is. Over time, you'll notice something strange. Your energy stops leaking. You attract people who respect your space. You start breathing again, because breaking free was never about revenge. It was about remembering that protecting your peace doesn't make you cold, it makes you whole. The hardest part about healing isn't walking away, it's staying soft after you do. When you've been used, drained, or manipulated, your first instinct is to build walls. You promise yourself, never again, but the truth is, those walls don't protect you. They just keep love out. The real power lies not in becoming colder, but clearer. Breaking free doesn't mean losing your empathy. It means learning to direct it wisely. It's emotional intelligence, not emotional armor. Here's how psychology describes it: boundaried compassion. You can care deeply, but not endlessly. You can help others, but not at the cost of yourself. You can love and still walk away when it turns toxic. So, how do you practice it? 1. Name your limits. Write them down. What drains you? What restores you? Awareness builds controls. Observe, don't absorb. When someone unloads negativity, imagine a clear glass wall between you. You can see their pain without drowning in it. Respond, don't react. Selfish people feed off your emotional reactions. Calm detachment disarms manipulation faster than anger ever will. Heal, don't harden. It's tempting to become ruthless, but cruelty isn't strength. Peace is. Over time, you'll notice something strange. Your energy stops leaking. You attract people who respect your space. You start breathing again, because breaking free was never about revenge. It was about remembering that protecting your peace doesn't make you cold. It makes you whole.